It's okay. It's chill. Hello?
Yeah,
Testing?
hello? Yeah, don't worry about it. Pretend it's not live.
Okay. It's funny.
Could you zoom on one of the cameras? Or actually, can we start on camera? This one's zoomed. Okay. Can we start on camera 2? Am I being, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hello? I can hear you. Oh, you can? Okay. On camera 2? Should I start?
Testing 1, 2. My mic sounds nice. Check 1.
Okay, cool. Cool. Hello.
Oh yeah, which camera should we look at if we ever look at a camera?
I think you could look at all of them. I mean, it switches because
Oh yeah.
it's this one.
Like when you do your introduction. Actually, that might be too many details.
No,
This one looks good.
yeah,
Whatever the angle that is.
I'm doing a. Oh,
I should have combed my hair. I regret that.
nah, you look good.
Should have. Nah, it's okay. You're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, you got, you know.
I'm a human, doing human things.
I love it because it's like simultaneously the most nerve-wracking and also like just most bullshit.
Yeah.
Like none of you people are actually here. You can't see me, but like I am being perceived.
That is an interesting.
Yeah,
it's like a puzzle.
You know, right? We ready? Okay. How does the music and the audio sound at the same time? You know? At least through your headset?
Testing. Hello. Yeah, thanks for inviting me to do this.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah.
This is gonna be one of my core memories.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of the memories.
You guys, and the music will be turned down when you guys are speaking more.
Okay, bet. Well, I think we're starting. Hi, everyone. My name is Sabrina, and you are watching Dream Chambers Public Access Television. We're broadcasting live from SPNN Studio in St. Paul, Minnesota. Thank you for watching. Can we turn the music up a little? A tiny bit. The silence is too much. I was trying to think about how I was gonna like do an intro for this, and I was like, should I talk about what it's about? Should I go right into the interview? And I feel like I get a lot of questions, like people are like, what is the show about? And yeah, like I don't know. Who was I talking to? Nebi, Waswa, shout out Avery. And I was like, I love the mystery. I love not telling anyone about the projects that I'm doing. I love being vague. And they were like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do some bullshit like that if you want people to actually watch the shit that you're doing? So I was like, yeah, that's fair. I'm here and I'm gonna explain things. But Dream Chambers pretty much is us trying to build up an experimental film community and build up like people actually knowing that filmmakers exist in the Midwest and Black filmmakers exist in the Midwest, and kind of creating a space where we can talk about that and see that and feel that. So that's the thing. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Someone was asking me, they were like, you know, like I feel like there's a lot of representation here already. I feel like there's Black Panther and there's Shaft and there's, you know, but I was like really like truly name 3 local filmmakers and name 2 experimental filmmakers and name like literally 1 filmmaker that's a femme, and you cannot. So that's why we're doing this. But we're gonna get right into the interview with Olu. Yeah. You can turn the music back down. I'm being picky right now, I'm sorry. I'm being so picky. Okay. Hi Olu, thank
Hello.
you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. It's a solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yeah,
Okay.
internally.
Yeah. How'd you get here today?
I got here in an Uber.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uber X?
No, I
Regular
wish.
Uber?
I never did a Uber X.
Yeah.
Have you ridden an Uber X?
No, not really. No,
Not really?
Like a few
Yeah.
times, like if I get the
Yeah.
upgrade, but
Yeah.
no. You know, sometimes it's like you get there faster. If you
Yeah,
take Uber
if you
X.
take,
Yeah,
and then it's like Teslas or something.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
bigger.
I remembered I was trying to remember the questions I was gonna ask you. I feel like that's not professional to say that I forgot the questions, but
No, it's good.
yeah, just to like talk about Olu as a filmmaker. We met through a fellowship in SPNN. I can't remember. Do I look at this camera? Yeah. We met through a fellowship at SPNN, and we all kind of like came from different backgrounds in filmmaking. And you do a lot more like narrative, documentary kind of work.
Yeah.
And you've probably seen Olu's work. Like he's, yeah, like
Thank you.
he does that.
Appreciate it.
It's like the cinematography. It's the cinematography for me, yeah. And yeah, I feel like out of all the filmmakers I see in the cities, like you really like put the, you know, like
it's okay. I appreciate it.
I feel like
yeah, thank you.
my thing with you is like I want to see you on vacation.
Yeah,
You work so much. I feel
I do need a vacation.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's like the Nigerian parents mentality. I just gotta, break the curse, break the chain.
Yeah, the generational curse.
Yeah, like always having to work.
Yeah. How many projects do you have like
Right.
simultaneously right now?
Thanks for asking. I actually practiced this question. I practiced for this question.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, this is, okay. So right now, I think I'm at a stage, I'm not answering the question first.
Oh, do your thing.
Cool, okay. Right now, I'm at a stage where like, I'm starting to work on the projects I've always wanted to work on.
Yeah.
And I never expected it to happen like so quickly. I feel like I'm going faster than I expected. But I'm working on a documentary called This Isn't Working, which is what we, in the cohort we were a part of for SPNN, that's the documentary. I finally had a name for it. This Isn't Working. It's about 3 artists trying to become full-time artists. It's like a docu-fiction. I also got an opportunity to be editing a short film by Jay Stephenson. They wrote a script which is based around the experience as a trans person and some of the traumas from their life. It's a really beautiful short film. I'm really honored to be a part of it, to like be editing. And then I'm working with Diana Huen They wrote a poem, which is based around like one of the most important moments of their life, and it's a poem, but we're making a film around it, and I'm editing it. So I'm working on 3 projects. Yeah.
Simultaneously?
Yeah.
Are the deadlines kind of lining up, or are they kind of all
They're kind of like almost the same.
Yeah.
Like week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you work on top of filmmaking, or is like this is how you make your money right now?
This is how I make my money right now.
Okay,
Yeah. This is how I make my money right now.
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I eat like rice and beans though.
Yeah. Hey.
I eat like.
But you're paying your rent, and you can tell your parents.
Yeah.
You know, I'm making money like this.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
It's a big blessed.
Yeah. I wanted to ask because I feel like all the work that I've seen you do has very like particular cinematography, very particular colors that you use, and I know that you like are very heavy on color grading. Like you were the first person that I met who was like, I color grade.
Yeah.
What are your inspirations from that? Like, what kind of content do you feel like you consume to where like, you know, it influences your work?
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's really kind. Yeah, a lot of films. Like I like Wes Anderson films.
Yeah.
Wes Anderson.
You can see that for sure.
Yeah, it's a big inspiration. And yeah, I always just watch a ton of YouTube videos. And I always like make playlists. It's like, I feel like a lot of people are collectors.
Yeah.
I'm also kind of a collector when it comes to, I'm like, I need to remember this.
Yeah.
So when it comes to colors, I always, And I feel like similar to a lot of artists, they're like sensitive to like colors, like whatever color your room is. So I've always paid attention to colors.
Yeah.
It's just been something I've always like been intrigued about, like how it makes you feel a certain way, like when you have different colors in a composition. Paintings too. Yeah.
I
Paintings.
noticed in your work, like, it uses a lot of blue. Do you feel like you're in a blue period right now?
Kinda.
I feel like that was me like 2 years ago. Like all my work was blue, and I was like, "Am I sad? Is something going on?"
I was actually looking at all my stuff. Yeah, like 2 days ago, I was like, we gotta switch it up. I'm like intentionally trying not to do that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What color do you feel like you're moving into right
Like
now?
orange, yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. This can.
Okay, looking up.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Because I was gonna move kind of into film recommendations, like kind of based off of the work that you do. Like, do you have any? Like, what's your? Like, if someone's asking, what's your favorite film? What's your
films?
What's the monumental film of your life?
It's a good question.
Or at least if you can't answer that, what was the last thing that you watched?
Yeah. The last thing I watched was, the title's kind of morbid, but it's called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. But it's a crazy film. Actually, that's an understatement. Yeah. I think people should check that out. That film was like, I was like, whoa, you ever watched a film where it's like, you're like, how did someone put this together? It was like that kind of film. Like, it doesn't feel like media anymore. It feels more like beyond.
It's like past.
Yeah.
Past everything. Oh,
yeah.
Where did you watch it on?
Just like Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
We
like-
love a good accessible movie.
Yeah.
I've been having movie recommendations. I'm like, okay, first you gotta download this app, and then you gotta go here. Okay. You said I'm thinking about ending things.
Yeah, it's called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. It's a really good film. It's like well shot. Yeah.
Is it that movie where they're trying to like they have like a suicide pact?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of films that like have a similar
Yeah.
energy like that.
Yeah, there
But-
was something I was watching. Who put me onto that? Lux? Someone was watching that. And it was like these two guys that had like a suicide pact.
Damn, that's dope.
It was really well shot. Like it was the saddest thing. I was like, the whole movie. You're like, are they gonna do it?
Yeah. Sorry, this is kind of a random segue. I feel like a lot of like Eastern European movies are like sad, even when they're not trying to be.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because it's cold.
Yeah, it is.
When I watch it,
For
I'm like,
sure.
this is sad.
No, I feel like I don't know. I like those kinds of movies. Like so I'm like not complaining, but yeah, I think it is the cold and like the
It was
like how much they oppress other people.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's the guilt that
You can't
builds up.
escape
In
that.
it. Yeah, they're like, yeah, you have to. I don't know. It's like,
you
what's
just need, like sunlight and good vibes.
yeah.
To break it down.
Oh God, what was I gonna ask? Oh, yeah, I think a lot of this show kind of thinks about like the culture of being a filmmaker, specifically a black filmmaker in Minnesota. Have you lived in Minnesota most of your life? Or
No, I
have you
moved here a year and a half ago.
Damn, so you're not even from, are you from the Midwest?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
where'd
I'm
you?
from Wisconsin.
Oh, okay, so you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
You're,
man,
okay,
I'm like,
okay. I was like, wait.
I drink the tap water, you know.
Okay.
I'm kind of.
You like cheese?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
see?
I don't really like cheese.
Yeah.
I pretend though.
Yeah.
I tried cheese curds 2 months ago.
How was it?
It was good.
Yeah.
I was like, I should have eaten this 10 years
They're
ago.
okay. I feel like you have to get good ones and you have to have good dip
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think honey mustard is my favorite
Ooh,
dip for it.
I tried that.
You
or
should try
something.
that. Yeah, I wanted to ask, like, how do you feel about the culture of filmmaking in the Midwest? Like, do you feel like you found a community to, like, exist within? Do you feel like it's difficult? Do you feel like you're just like, fuck it, I'm just working?
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely found a community. I always like look back on how, I mean, I've only been like a year. But I always like see how different things line up to make the path I'm currently on. And it's really just the community and the people around me.
Yeah.
And like meeting different artists, going to like people's pop-ups, people's premieres, going to like house shows, going to like concerts. This community is like, it's a lot of people who are still, they're like amazing artists who don't necessarily have a lot of resources.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I just welcome in and really humble and super creative and very intentional in everything they do.
Yeah.
And I just kind of see that, and then that just bleeds into my own work.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what? They did this? Oh my goodness. That like inspires me.
Yeah.
It's like people who are really creative, but they're also just genuinely caring people. So I'm like, it makes it easy to create when you're in a community like that.
Yeah, it does. I feel like the size of it, like I used to complain, like, oh, it's so small or so, but I feel like that is kind of our strength, at least in Minneapolis and St. Paul, is that like we kind of know each other and we can collaborate in a way that I think bigger cities, it feels kind of like weird to reach out, you know, like everyone just kind of knows each other. Do you feel like there's a good film community like that you found? Like there's a lot of filmmakers that you...
There's a lot of filmmakers, but when it comes to like black filmmakers, it's still growing.
Yeah.
Shout out like Tarek and JoJo. Tarek is putting together a collective called Late Bloomer, and that's that's a big initiative in intentionally creating space for like black filmmakers. Yeah. But yeah, when it comes to filmmaking, it's very white. Yeah. There's a lot of lack of access. Yeah, especially for like people like women and people.
I'm sorry. Is someone watching a TikTok right now? Is that you?
We have to see the TikTok.
Oh, that's not you. Cool. Where am I hearing that? I want to see it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The whole time I was like, I know that. I know that video. Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of talented people, and just making sure they can get access to. It's kind of easy when you fit a specific mode to navigate the film community. So ideally, it would be nice if just more people, more voices, more films. Yeah.
What do you feel like you would do if you had full access? Like if you had the money to create the project, you had the people, like what do you think you would make like a full feature? Do you think you would make like, what do you dream of when you think about like, you could just, you know, like you could just go all the way out. You could go crazy.
That's a good question. If I had like a lot of resources, I definitely would, I want to create in like a research standpoint. My dad is like a teacher, like he teaches at EWS, and like when he does research, he travels somewhere and he stays there and he like writes and he like meets people. I want to make something but have like a holistic circle. Maybe it's like I go to a community and I like learn about something. I don't know, that's kind of vague, but.
No, I feel like that's like, I don't know, I feel like that's the thing. I feel like a lot of black people specifically like don't have a lot of chances to like travel and work and learn and be paid to learn. So,
sorry to interrupt.
No.
But I also really want to collaborate. I'm like, just collaborating with people who are like really good at shit. Oh, can I?
You can cuss, yeah.
Oh, okay. I've been trying not to.
No, like if you cuss, it like cuts off the show being live on this thing, and then it puts it to 10 o'clock because it's like nighttime. Nighttime show. I've already cussed already, so.
Oh, okay.
I just make sure to say it right off the bat, so it just does it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. You don't want kids being traumatized. You know?
Yeah. TV is interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, just collaborating. I feel like I'm at a point where I feel like it feels nice just seeing somebody do something really well, and I'm just like watching them.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a project I work on, or it's a project they work on. I'm able to still gain the same feeling as when I'm in my room working on something. I'm like, oh my God, I'm the best. I'm so cool. Sometimes when I see somebody in a similar situation, I'm still able to be like, they're the best. They're so cool.
Yeah, in
It
their
still-
element. Yeah.
Yeah, it still feels so. Whatever that, if I had infinite resources, I'll just bring in as many people as possible and put them in situations where they can just
Really, yeah.
they can be like just go nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest things, I love collaborating, but paying people, it's like I have no money.
I can't even pay myself.
I want all y'all to pull up, but I have no money for anybody. So yeah, I feel that for sure. Is there anything else you wanna say to the people?
Yeah. This isn't working. Yeah, I'm really excited about the documentary. I'm always so humble about the things I make, but this is one of those things where I'm super excited about. So I suppose this is more of a promo.
Yeah.
I've shot everything and I'm trying to edit it. It's about 3 artists and I'm really proud of it. I haven't made it yet though, but I'm excited to release it into the world.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, thanks for inviting me to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an awesome artist too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you. Oh wait, I'm supposed to ask the audience if they have any questions for you. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if
This is
that's a
fun.
thing. We're gonna
Engagement.
see. Let's see. I need to eat so bad. I'm gonna eat.
You can smell it too. It's like so close.
Let me see. Man, I'm so confused. Can y'all check the comments on the live stream?
Hello, people.
Does anyone have any questions for Olu?
Please give me one question.
What inspired you to pick up the camera?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll say what really inspired me was my dad just bought a camera for me on Christmas, and it was like freshman year of college, and I was traveling, and I was just taking a ton of photos. But it wasn't like intentional. It was just there, and then you just kind of get addicted, and you're like, I want to take more photos, and yeah. I also wanted to be really good at drawing. That's why I'm so like, whenever I see someone drawing, I'm just like, I always wanted to be like a painter or a drawer, but that never really clicked. And once I found something I was good at, I just like ran. I was like, this is it. I just ran for it.
Any other questions?
Who was your biggest inspiration in Twin Cities?
In Twin Cities. I'll say my biggest inspiration. Let me actually think about this better. I'll say my biggest inspiration is like people like Sawyer Bryce. I met him when we went to school together. He's just an amazing person. He's always pushing himself as a creative and bringing people along with him. And just musicians in general. Basically everybody in this room, because I don't know, we're all like Instagram kids, I suppose. So you just see so many people, and I'm just constantly being inspired by them. I don't want to name, I wish I could name everybody though, but, damn, this is a long answer. But yeah, a lot of musicians. I feel like the whole music scene. I feel like I'm really inspired by a lot of musicians and how they just exist and navigate life.
Yeah, I feel like Minneapolis is definitely like a musician city, musician community. Like, they be out here. They be out here for sure.
What's your favorite show you've been to this summer?
Favorite show?
Or summer?
This is low-key not a show, but Harun went on tour, and he was kind enough to let me follow him on tour. And yeah, all the shows that him and his band performed at was just amazing. It was just like, it's like when something's so nice, it almost feels like spiritual. You're like, whoa, it's like chills and the energy and just being able to like interact with the band members like Zach, Ben, Megan, Haroon. So like every show was just so nice, and I gradually started getting out of my shell every show too, and it was just a beautiful experience. Music is powerful.
Any more questions? Y'all got any questions for the
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, what? Sorry, Macy, are you doing a hand sit?
Oh.
L, 2, O. I don't know what that means.
20.
L.
Hello?
What's happening? Oh, the live for questions? Oh, I can't see it on my phone. I don't know why.
How was the burger?
That was the question?
No.
Oh.
How was it?
I haven't taken a bite. I'm scared to take a bite because there's barbecue sauce on it.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
like, I don't want to fuck it
like
up.
no tissue.
I mean, I should say fuck it, but it's like I think people need to pay me more to be able to see me. And there's a lot of mayo on it, so I'm
That's
like,
a nice burger.
yeah.
Where do you see yourself in the future when it comes to film?
In the future when it comes to film. In the future, I want to work on bigger projects with like bigger budgets. So documentaries. I want to work on a film. Like I want to take a leadership role. I don't necessarily need it to be my film, but I want to work on a feature film. I also want to like get to a point where maybe I don't even shoot videos anymore and just see what's beyond that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Like produce?
No, just like
Just do something else
Make-
completely? Oh,
make,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, switch it up, yeah.
stuffed animals.
Yeah, I feel
I
that.
feel like,
yeah.
you know, like when you meet somebody old and they've just done so much, you're like, oh, you used to dance? Oh, well,
I
you-
used to be a candy maker. I used to, yeah.
I just see like, what else? What else can I like mesh with?
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to work on a feature, work on bigger sets. I don't know, Netflix. Netflix would be cool. Get a show on Netflix.
Yeah. What do you see your role as? Like DOP, like
I like editing. I want to
Yeah.
edit.
Really? You
Yeah.
like to edit?
I love editing.
Wow. I gotta hit you up. I fucking
love
hate editing so
I'll be
bad.
down. I'll be down to
Okay.
edit some.
That's
some
good to
things.
know. That's
yeah,
good
I love
to know.
editing. I also like producing, like putting together a team, putting
Yeah.
together like a shot list.
Yeah.
I like that aspect.
Yeah. Do I have anything on my face?
No, you don't.
Okay. I just had to be sure. I was like,
It's hard to
wait.
know.
How's the food?
Huh?
Someone said, how's the food?
Oh. I'm trying to be an optimist now, but it's a little unseasoned, but it's really, it's nourishing me. It tastes kind of like fresh. It's good. Yeah, it's good. I thought you were making up all these questions.
Me too. I was like,
Other ones, but then the last two.
Okay.
I was like, that's really nice of you. I was like, this is a good team. It's like enthusiastic people.
Huh?
Is there time for more questions?
I mean, I don't know how time is really working. What was your question? You said your question for me?
Oh, my question was, if you had a bigger budget for this show, what is your vision for this?
Yeah.
If you had like a crazy budget, you could hire like
Just unlimited.
Miyazaki or something, some random artist.
Yeah.
That's all.
When I first was dreaming about this show, like I was thinking very much. It's still like low budget, but like Eric Andre, Loiter Squad, like skits. That's what I imagine. I still want to be there, and I kind of like don't want to have the budget to do it. Like I want it to just like be shitty. But yeah, I imagine that like just being a bunch of different skits going on. Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome. I like this. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up to this anytime. Even like behind the scenes too. Take photos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it for our interview. I'm gonna fuck with you. I don't know how to. I don't know what to transition. We're transitioning now. Yeah.
Like so much of space is regulated to keep us out.
Whether or not I was out being a part of it. The world changed.
We've been through this before. The country was all upset. The world was all upset.
As we long to heal, our eternal earthly mother.
We just want to live. That's it.
Earthly mother. Summer.
It's hard to find a space where you come in and you can let those guards down. You can just like interact with folks on a level of understanding. In this moment that we have with each other where we can craft a space where we can come together. I think that's super important.
And it was like, create now, you know, move now, do stuff now.
Speak us life. Like, tell me something good.
Oh, wow. Wow. What is going on here?
I'm like, no. The directions and the definition. That's not a right. That's a rebellion. That's a response. That's an uprising. Like, our space is spoken for. We got to say it like that, though. We got t-shirts yet?
Oh, I don't feel like getting up today. Oh, it's rainy.
Johnny Hartman, rainy days and Mondays. But we have got a bright sunny day ahead on KJLH 103 FM Compton. Highs in the 80s, low in the 70s in the South Bay. Orange County highs are up in the 90s. National Weather Service extended forecast.
Such a dreary routine.
Tomorrow during the late afternoon or early evening, light drizzle. Partial clearing tomorrow night. But you can never be too sure about the weather. Sometime in tradition. But don't let the rain let you down. You'll be on board.
Whispering your name, asking where you go.
from the clouds on the silent crowds as I wandered on. Out of doorways, black umbrellas came to pursue me. Faceless people, as they passed, were looking through me. No one knew me.
Rain. It makes everything seem slower. It really doesn't matter if it rains on Monday. Getting back to the old grind. You know, Monday morning blues. But a rainy Thursday?
Don't people know it's gonna rain out here? Don't they know? Don't they know it's gonna storm out here?
I guess the rain isn't so bad. Rain. It just gives everybody a chance to recollect. A cool out. A chance to gather together their thoughts. All day long. been raining for a long time. Just one more day. Friday. It's endless. Changing yourself can be maddening. You might find yourself alone. It's like waiting for the rain. It's only during a raging storm when everybody gets soaking wet. Then we're able to sit down and discuss the effect that refining like liquid upon our lives. When will the rain stop? 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 I'm so glad I've begun to make changes in my life.
I've always been an angry storm, never really taking time to listen to the rain as it falls quietly to the ground, providing nourishment to the earth. Beneath cloudy but hopeful skies, rain always provokes a change. Even the raging storm will pass, but only if the rain it brings cleanses the atmosphere of elements detrimental to the human mind and to all of nature.
Rain, I know you'll come again another day, but my spirit you can't sway. Rain, you might as well be on your way. Rain, I'm not shaken by your gloomy style. And rain, don't be mistaken by my easygoing smile. Rain, you and I are in knowing that even as the sun is glowing, storm winds are blowing, 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 storm winds are blowing. Storm winds are blowing, storm winds are blowing, storm winds are blowing, storm winds are blowing, storm winds are blowing.
I've been a tarot and an astrologer for over 10 years, and today I'm really excited to be doing tarot readings for all of you guys. We're going to be tapping into the energy of not just the collective, but if anybody wants to text or wants to comment in the live stream for a tarot reading, all you have to do is comment your name and your question, and we'll read it live on air for you guys. So I want to start with cleansing the space first and give people a chance to think of their questions and comment them in the live stream. So we're going to start with our incense, listening to the crown chakra frequencies that are playing. So the first question someone had asked me earlier, while we wait for more in the live stream, someone had asked, should I quit my job right now? Which I thought was a great question. So Spirit for B wants to know, should she quit her job right now? It's one card for B. Should B quit her job right now? Tell me more. Tell me more about this Queen of Pentacles reversed here. Anything more about this Queen of Pentacles reversed for quitting the job? So the first card that we got was the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So when the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, the main thing that it indicates, regardless of gender, is that it's a job that's not allowing you financial stability, financial responsibility. It's a job that's not allowing you to invest in yourself, especially when we think about matters of the Queen. This is somebody who sits on their throne and is able to indulge in themselves, spend on themselves, without worry, without, fear that spending or buying or providing for themselves financially is going to put them in the red or create any financial stress for them. So when that card comes out reversed, it represents a job that isn't giving you that financial freedom or that financial opportunity to take care of yourself and take care of your own needs. So this could be a job where, you're really penny pinching, or you're not being paid fully what you're worth, or your value isn't being appreciated. It can also represent that it's a job where there's not a lot of future opportunities for you either. And so staying in that job would represent, basically staying in kind of the same situation or signing up for the same situation to continue for longer. Then we get the Five of Cups after that. And so with the Five of Cups coming out upright and that Queen of Pentacles coming out reversed, this represents somebody who's focusing too much on the negatives, focusing too much on what they've lost, and not enough on the opportunities that are still available and are still behind them here. And so with the Five of Cups, it's really making sure that even though you can validate yourself in areas where you've been disappointed or things haven't fully worked out, there's still two cups here upright behind you that you just have to turn around and see. And so in terms of job and work, it's definitely okay to validate, okay, this parts of my job suck, I don't like my coworkers, I don't like this situation here, but not getting completely discouraged and knowing that there's still future opportunities that are gonna come forward for you and are still already even happening or already on the table for you. The last card that comes out is the Magician in reverse. So with the Magician coming out, we see that this is somebody who has lots of different tools on their table in front of them. They have all four suits. We've got the Pentacles, the Cups, the Swords, and the Wands here. So this is somebody who's very capable of doing multiple different things, has multiple different talents or hobbies. But it's important to make sure, if it's coming out reversed, that you're not invalidating the multiple different parts of you, or that you're not forgetting that you can do this and this and this and this, instead of just limiting yourself to one of these tools here on the table. So with these three all together here, it's definitely a big indicator. Yes, quit the job for sure. And do it confidently, knowing that there's so much that you're capable of doing here. There's even opportunities that are already in your life right now that you can expand on, that you can focus more on, but making sure that you're seeing opportunities for fully what they are, and also knowing that you're fully capable of taking those opportunities on and succeeding in them as well. So that's for the first question. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Does anybody have any other questions? Any of y'all got questions? Sabrina's got a question. Sabrina's got a question.
How are my finances looking for the rest of the year?
Okay. How are Sabrina's finances looking for the rest of the year? Let's cleanse the deck.
So I'm broke right now. So.
Broke right now, let's get up. Okay, finances for the rest of the year for Sabrina. Spirit, what messages do you have for Sabrina in terms of finances for the rest of 2023? Messages, advice, need to know. What does Sabrina need to know for 2023? Anything else with this King of Swords? Anything more with the Four of Pentacles? Okay, friend. Okay, so the first card is the King of Swords reverse. So when the King of Swords reverse shows up, it represents somebody who needs to tap more into their intellect in terms of finances. So making sure that you have all the information needed, especially in terms of like financial planning, financial organization. This is a card, when it comes out reversed, it basically represents that you don't have enough information. And so this could represent like, okay, I need to do some more Googling, or I need to go to a class, I need to talk to somebody who does know what's going on financially. But it just represents that you might not, it can also represent that you're spending money from a heart over head place instead of like thinking logically about, okay, I have this stuff coming up, or I need to invest in these future projects. And so the main thing to start is just making sure that you're approaching your finances from a concretely logical place. And also like practicing those air sign skills of like writing things down, sticking to your list, even like what apps can you use to help with financial tracking and spending, thinking about air sign energy as like Aquarius and Gemini. Then we've got the Four of Pentacles that comes out in reverse here as well. So this is a reminder and an indicator as well that you can't hoard, or there's a saying like, broke money doesn't make money, you know, like to make money, you have to spend money. And so knowing as well that to get that money back, you have to put it out into the universe, especially in terms of investments, not being afraid to invest in yourself, invest in a project, especially if you know that it has the potential to make that money back really easily, or if you invest in it fully, then it'll be easier for you to make that money back. But it's definitely somebody who might be holding on too tightly, or feeling this, operating from almost like a lack mindset of like, I don't have enough, so I can't spend on these things that I really want to, which might lead to spending on things that don't make sense to spend on necessarily. So just making sure that you're not too possessive with your money either, or that you're not operating from like a fear-based mindset with finances. And that ends in the Knight of Cups upright. So the main message here is that you are able to make progress, especially towards the end of the year with this coming out last. It requires you definitely to tap into your intuition for what do you need to be spending on. Cups energy is also very like emotional energy. I feel like a lot of this has to do with investing in the self, and also like investing in creative matters as well, especially with the Knight of Cups coming out upright. Anything more about the Knight of Cups upright? Anything more about the future with this Knight of Cups upright? No, they said what they had to say. They said what they had to say. It does represent, Knight of Cups can represent something coming in. And so if there's an offer that is made to you at the end of this year, it can definitely be something that is very like lucrative, but also something that you actually care about. And so keeping your mind open, and also again, going back to this mindset here with the Four of Pentacles is like, if you're operating from a place of lack, or a place of I can't invest in myself, I can't spend on my creativity or whatever it is, then it makes it harder for this person an opportunity to come through here too. So definitely being open to opportunities from other people, but being able to loosen up enough so that when you get that money coming in, or when you get that financial support, you can actually spend it and feel good about spending it too.
Real.
Astro. Of course.
Oh, hopefully I get my money up soon.
Yeah.
I don't know about this anymore.
We got you. Okay, the live stream. Somebody messaged in the live stream. Amira said, how are my finances looking? Oh, you're an inspiration, Sabrina. Everyone wants to know about their money. Okay, so for Amira, how are Amira's finances looking in the future? What should Amira know about finances at this time? Money and finances at this time for Amira. What messages do you have at this time? What messages do you have for Amira at this time? Another Five of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. Messages for Amira at this time. Tell me more about this Five of Cups in reverse. Tell me more about this Nine of Swords. Anything else about this Nine of Swords in reverse? Nine of Swords in reverse, or Nine of Pentacles? The World. Okay, so to start, so we see that we've got the Five of Cups again. This time it comes out reversed, and so this is actually a good card to get when it comes out reversed. With three cups that are here knocked over and those two behind, when this card comes out reversed, it represents somebody who is actually in a place of being able to turn around and look at the two cups that are full behind them. So you might have been in a very like, woe is me, or a very like, nothing's working out, everything is failing, everything is going poorly kind of mindset. But if you turn, now you're in a place basically of being able to turn around and moving into a space of being able to turn around and be grateful for these two cups that are still full behind you. We do see the Nine of Swords come out upright, however, and so this is a sign that's indicates like insomnia, issues sleeping, waking up a lot, trouble feeling well rested, a lot of anxiety, fears coming forward that definitely need to be addressed and resolved, especially because it can be getting in the way of you actually making money. This anxiety or fear becoming too debilitating to a point where it starts to stop you from doing certain things or taking up certain opportunities. Yeah, the Ace of Swords comes out to clarify that also in reverse here. So Nine of Swords clarified by the Ace of Swords here reversed. There's also a, with the Ace of Swords coming out reversed here, making sure that you're actually following through on your ideas. Ace of Swords representing new beginnings, Swords representing mental clarity, mental knowledge, your ideas. But when it comes out reverse, it can represent that you're not following through on those new ideas, or you're not valuing those new ideas, or you're not fully using the knowledge that you're gaining of what new opportunities you have. You're not fully taking it, taking full advantage of it, or fully taking advantage of these potential new starts here. That is followed by the Nine of Wands in reverse. This Nine of Wands is really a big indicator that to have the financial success that you want, it requires you to address this fear or paranoia around especially financial success, this idea that like, oh, that opportunity is too good to be true, or, you know, that pay is too high, or that job is too stable, or I couldn't do that, I'm not ready, I'm not at that place yet, and having to really address that paranoia so that you can accept and be comfortable with good things and blessings and financial stability. Because if you're too paranoid to accept it or to believe that it can happen to you, then you're going to always kind of push it away. We end the spread with the World card also reversed here. This is a main indicator here that you have the world really on a platter for you. You have multiple options, multiple different directions that you can go in right now with the world, but you're limiting your worldview or your world scope. So you might only be looking at money in one specific kind of facet or way and completely forgetting about all the different ways that it could operate, or all the different ways that it could benefit your life, or all the different ways that you could even make it, and making sure that you don't limit yourself to only making money or seeing yourself as capable of making money in this one limited specific way. So that's for that. Do we have time for one more reading? You got a question, Philly?
I don't have anything on my mind right now.
That's real. That's real. Okay, well, I feel like that's probably good. Thank you guys for joining. Feel free to book a reading.
This was Abby. This
was Abby. A woman loved and in love until that night when something evil came looking for a soul to possess.
I can't stop thinking about your husband.
That creep, forget him. Was this Abby? Now the fun starts.
Grab her, hold her. Hear me, demon. Leave this woman's body.
Abby, rated R.
How do you like that, bitch?
to one of the performers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Have you listened
Shout out
Slim Shug. Slim Shug.
Slim Shug.
Slim Shug.
Slim Shug.
Yeah.
Shout out them. Can we zoom in on this fruit snack?
And my tooth.
Oh yeah. We need to zoom in on this. Oh. This is of great importance to me.
Oh, for a second.
Nah, this.
Oh.
Wow.
And then can we do the pinky neck?
Oh yeah.
Get some
and
contrast.
Then zoom in on this finger.
A little more.
Disgusting.
You can't go.
Okay. You think the music's too loud? You
Too
good?
loud?
For you?
I mean, I can't. For me to talk.
Yeah. You good?
It could go a little lower.
Could we turn the music
but
down?
like
a little?
literally just the ounce.
Like a little ounce. I don't know if that's a measurement of
Sound?
volume.
Yeah, sound
just
is.
Just an ounce.
You know.
So yeah. Ethereal.
Air, water.
Ethereal, yeah.
Yeah. Just the ounce of. Just filling the space.
I think that was an
around.
ounce. I think that was the ounce that they turned it down. I think you need a better measurement. Can you do?
I think
that was good.
2 ounces. No.
Could we do a little bit more?
Decibels.
Yeah, a little quieter.
0.2 decibels.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
There's like.
measurement.
I can't really tell the difference. I'm scared the next song is gonna turn up. Still
I think this is good.
Yeah, this is fun. This is fun.
Yeah.
So how are you doing today?
I think that salmon burger made me have to poop pretty fast.
No, that's real.
And so my stomach kind of feels like a small hot pocket.
So you gotta take a shit right now?
Yeah.
Like, right now?
Like I literally might fart.
Okay.
On.
I thought I smelled something.
Yeah, it's probably like a little prelude to what's coming later.
Okay. That's what y'all have to look forward to at It's.
Yeah, a whole lot of jamming.
Okay. So yeah, everyone, this is Philly. If you don't know, now you know. Resident of North Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Scene nigga. You know, everybody knows Philly.
I'm not a scene nigga.
Everybody knows Philly, you know? Like, if you're from here, you know Philly. Like, at this point, we need, like, a billboard with your...
A billboard? No.
Like, I know you want to be humble, but you know, like, you know, you be out here.
I feel.
But we won't get into it because apparently he's embarrassed about it. But you know, it's like it's okay to be a Midwest celebrity.
No, I mean it's not even. It's just like that. You call me a scene nigga. that is.
I just feel like.
No, you know that's not a compliment. And being a scene nigga has nothing to do with art.
Top scene, like head scene nigga.
You don't get called a scene nigga for art. You get called a scene nigga for
just
being a thought.
on the scene.
Yeah, for being a thought on the scene.
Are you a thought on the scene?
I mean, am I a thought on the scene?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a thought in a different type of capacity, you know, but on the scene.
No. I heard about you.
I got too much going on, you know.
Yeah.
I can't. You know what I mean?
Mix business and pleasure.
Yeah, gotta keep it very.
You said, get out the way. Get out the way. Okay.
But.
Well, I'm here to talk about its stuff with you. I feel like niggas don't really know. Niggas be at the functions not knowing that its is a larger concept. That it's like a whole idea, a whole concept that niggas like attain to. It's a way of thinking. And so. If you got anything to say, I don't know if we could play the video. I could play it on my phone.
Oh man!
But it wasn't uploaded.
Damn. The trailer one.
Is the trailer important to the?
Nah, it's not. It's not important.
Okay, we can play it after.
Yeah, we could play it after. Do something like that.
Okay.
But so what is the question? Like, just want to talk more about it.
How did you come up with the conception of It's? Like, how old were you? What were you thinking when you were?
Yeah, so when I came up with It's, also a lot of people don't know that It stands for Intro to Success. So It's for short. And so for me, the journey of it started with, I always go back to my experience at this program called Youth Prize. So there's a program called the Youth Prize Change Fellowship in like 2014, 2015. And so my brother, frequent collaborator, Namir, aka Blue Bone, was like, yo, you should join this program.
Real brother?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
That's just like, I just know him Bone forever.
Okay.
Yeah, so we actually played football together
Okay.
at North Collins.
What was your
went to middle
position in football?
Something similar to, I don't know if you can even see the tooth being knocked out, but.
There's a tooth back there.
Yeah, so that tooth.
Move the tree? We can move the tree. Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, so that was like pretty much my position in football.
Oh, okay.
I got my teeth
Getting
knocked
fucked
out.
up,
Yeah. They had me playing safety.
Okay.
And I was like, I know I'm like a small man now, boy. But like back then, I was like fucking tiny. And they had me playing safety. So like this guy who was like 6-something, he just, ran up to me. And then I forgot I was connected.
It's the other way.
Oh shit. Oh, it's still, I was still attached to it. My bad, I didn't know I was connected to it. I forgot I'm not as free as I thought. Does the sound still work pretty good?
I have no idea.
Okay, anyway. Guy runs, head butts me, and then my tooth flies out. Both
Is that
of
why
them.
you have a gap?
No.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like a fuck you.
I don't.
Tell your kids don't play football.
This is why I got this.
But yeah, so this has nothing to do with it. But yeah, I got the tooth knocked out, and now every like 3 to 5 years it gets re-knocked out.
Oh, okay.
And so that's how this tooth got knocked out.
Wait, how, is it growing back?
Is it growing back?
Yeah, like what do you mean? Like do you have a replacement?
Yeah, it's like they're like fake,
Like the whole tooth?
No, just part of it.
Oh, like they like fused it in there?
Yeah,
okay.
And then fused it on there.
Yeah.
I was in the club in Mexico. I won't say where in Mexico.
Tulum?
I was in the club and I was talking to somebody. Turned back around, they had a beer bottle and we ran into each other and bust my lip. And then I knocked my tooth out.
So like that specific area is just kind of loose because it's not.
Well,
real?
if they hit either of them, it's like it's a weak bond.
Wow. Okay.
Over time though, so that's why it's like every 3 to 5 years.
Do you feel like that means something spiritually?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I was just.
Nah. Okay, but back to it.
Yeah.
So I was in the Youth Prize Change Fellowship, and basically they put me on to like, how do you take your vision, how do you put language to it, how do you bring together people and resources to make it happen, and then how do you create something that's viable or feasible, but still has the essence or is essentially kind of like a prototype of what you're trying to do. So it could be like, hey, this is my big idea. Here's what I did. Here's where I'm going. This is what I need to fill the gap. And that's kind of like been my process with growing it. Is like each year is an iteration closer towards my larger vision. And like the larger vision for it's is this sort of 2-part creative ecosystem. There's like this agency component, and then there's the factory, which is like the creative educational programming. That's when you get like the festivals, Jam Bridge, these smaller events. And then I want to do like sort of, it'll be formal in a way, but still like alternative, sort of creative and educational programs and like experiences,
Yeah.
So, and then of course the agency will be helping bring in the bag.
Yeah.
Get some stability.
How long have you been doing it now?
So I've been doing it since 2015. I was 18 when I started.
Almost, you're hitting 10 years.
Yeah, I'm 26 now, so.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any other projects that you do like besides it's like everyone sees you just do the once a year kind of thing? Like you have anything that you do in between?
Yeah. Music has been a new sort of found love. Visual arts.
Yeah.
I like draw and write a lot. I actually write more than I draw.
Like poetry?
Just everything.
Okay.
Poetry,
Yeah.
journals, they're just like a way of thinking for me and processing.
So for the Jam Bridge event that's coming up,
Mm-hmm.
what was your inspiration? Like, 'cause you chose Miami specifically. Were you in Miami and you like the culture, or like how'd you come about?
Nah, I wish I was in Miami.
I was just in Miami. It was
Nah.
okay.
It was okay?
Yeah, it was alright. I
wasn't
mean,
too
like,
big?
I feel like you gotta be buff and sexy and have a BBL to like really like, you know. But it's
Okay.
cool. It's warm.
Yeah, so I'm building towards that.
Yeah.
I don't have the BBL.
Yeah.
I'm getting buffer,
Yeah.
you know, I'm getting sexier as I progress, you know, so.
They got the male BBLs too. You know.
I don't think I would want that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what inspired
I feel like
Miami?
Okay,
if
what
not-
inspired
if
Miami?
not a BBL?
It's not a BBL. I was trying to find like the BBL equivalent of what I what I experienced instead of like the butt being lifted, like the history was getting thick, you know. I was like starting to you know. I was starting to get more interested in history and sound, and actually again Bluebone, I was talking to him, showed him some songs, and he was like, oh, you should check like, you know, some Baltimore, some like Detroit music and sounds. And so I started to like check some of that stuff out. And then for whatever reason, I started to think about like house music and electronic music, and just reflecting on like what are the sounds that I make and where do they come from. And so that's when that sort of like followed the sound started to come into play. Please was actually the one who willed that phrase. Like, I don't know what we were talking about, but they said follow the sound, and I was like, oh yeah, that's literally what we're doing. But so I started to follow sound in my personal life and see what were the relationship between like what am I making unconsciously and what has existed that maybe have informed that. And so looking into my own music, I remember hearing my dad play house music growing up, because my dad and his side of the family is from Chicago, and so there's like a lot of influence of that into my sound. And so kind of how I get from that to like Miami is I can't remember what song. No, it wasn't even a song. I just started to dive into like music history. Some way along I started to think about like bass and nightlife, and I'm like, we hear that low end frequency every party we go to, trying to chase that. I started to like follow that. Then I was like listening to this podcast called what is it called? You don't know, but like you're gonna help me remember.
Music.
It was like, his name is Jinx. It's like the dude who used to work at like Complex. Fucking hell. But there's this other guy named Reggie Osei. And I'm bringing in random streams of consciousness as they're coming in. Susan Champion too, who does Giant Steps.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Long story short, this random ass thread of like bass, interest in history, and then kind of landed on Miami just because of the low end.
When you were telling me about the concept for it, I like know very little about Miami bass specifically. Like I feel like I know more about like house, Detroit, Chicago, but I think we talked a lot about like the DIY culture of Miami that I really appreciated. And I think me and Olu were kind of talking about that, about like the lack of resources that we often have. And we were talking about it a whole other time when we were first looking at the bridge, like when we get to a certain point in our careers, we imagine money is going to fix all the problems that we have. And we don't really think like when we were first beginning, when we were first starting our practice, I was making, I feel like, some of my best work when I was really like not focused on making money. I was focused on just putting it out there. So I feel like that's what I really appreciate about Miami, is that like during that time, they were just trying to make music. They were just trying to have the bass be out there. They built these fucking speakers. They broke the law, you know? And I just really fuck with that energy around it. And I feel like in the Midwest, especially in Minnesota, Minneapolis, we'd really like thinking about those kinds of ideas heavier and thinking about ways that we can like, I think a lot of people talk about like, oh, we're like the third best fund, like we have the best funding for art. And I feel like a lot of people rely on funding to get shit done. So I think adopting that DIY culture more could really elevate the art that we have here. So I really fuck with those kinds of ideas, and I'm glad that like you're kind of bringing that to light. So yeah. We could do live stream questions.
Yeah, let's see if there's live stream.
You want to say to the camera?
To the camera. I mean, not even necessarily to the camera, but like just
to the
people,
ether,
to the ether. To speak on that, like how they were thinking about resources. Something that I learned too is like, I mean, some of them like, you know, I didn't have like get the chance to have conversations with them, but like my interpretation from what I learned was like, you know, some of them, you know, they did what they had to do, you know, to get the bread, to get the, you know, the speakers and whatever. But I think like another thing to note is how important it is to like really put you know, your own money, your own whatever, like into the work. It's similar to what you're saying, not even waiting on the bread necessarily. It's like so many ways that you can actualize without having like, you know, the bag. But the bag is still important.
It is important.
It has a place.
It is important. Yeah. Gotta get the bag at some point, unless you steal. You know. So is Jambridge breaking any laws? Are we gonna be breaking laws?
Breaking any laws?
Yeah.
Whoa, this is very federal. I will not. Next question. We're not breaking any laws.
No laws broken.
No laws broken.
Fully legal. All of that.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that.
Yeah.
Is there any questions from the live stream? Do you have access to the live? Oh, wait, let me look. Oh, I didn't even.
Nice too. Oh, swag. Thank you.
That's a good question.
Okay, that actually made the question harder for me to answer. But I'm like, damn. Fashion
just like
trends.
right now. Yeah, right now.
Right now?
Least favorite.
I'm gonna be honest. As far as trends, like I don't be trying to see what niggas be doing. You know, I don't know. I don't even know what the trends are.
What do you hate? Like
what do I hate?
Like when you see someone wearing. For me personally, I hate when people have ankle socks on. No lie, I hate. I don't like. I can't even play with you if you have ankle socks. Like I'm sorry, anyone who has ankle socks on, I hate them so much. They just don't feel like what's the purpose? You know?
Yeah.
Like they're not cute to look at.
Yeah.
You're not protecting anything, but also I have the worst sock tan line, so like maybe they're winning actually, but yeah, that's
shit. Fashion trends. I don't have any fashion trends that come to mind. No, I'll have to see it and then I'm like, oh, I hate that. Okay. You know. Yeah. So maybe we like if we had a segment where we carried the camera outside.
You said,
I'm like, look at this nigga right here.
That right there.
Huh? Yeah.
That might have to be,
And I feel like that'd be the best way to hate on fashion trends, cause it's like
you suck.
Cause now we just hating online, you know.
Yeah.
So I think
we take it to the streets,
it's an important value to like if we gonna hate on something or someone, we gotta be willing to say it to their face.
Okay,
you know?
Yeah, that's real. So, I mean, yeah.
Liking fashion.
Yeah,
that
positive. You said no negativity.
No,
unless we're gonna be.
Unless we're gonna do it for real. We won't hate. I've been really into like volume, like this little hoodie I got. I won't stand up again. I learned my lesson.
Nah, you got it. Just like stand up, like don't
just
run.
Stand, jump, don't run.
Yeah.
You know, I got a little build to it. You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show the BBL real quick, but like it got like some nice details. You feel me? And
okay, it's like the silhouette. You like?
Yeah, the silhouette, the form. You know. Just yeah, that's my favorite.
Okay, yeah. I like. Oh, by the way, the music you're listening to, Philly made this playlist. It's very chaotic right now.
It's gonna get crazy. I found this song from a friend I met in Mexico. Her name is Selma. They live in
To Soma?
Egypt. Salma.
Salma? Okay.
Yeah. Shout out Salma.
Huh? 10 minutes left? Okay.
Okay.
10 minutes to 5.
Okay.
Okay. Can we turn this music down a tiny bit?
Yeah.
It's so low. It's like not that loud in there, so I feel like they can't even.
Hear
they
how
can't
loud
tell.
it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. It is kind of funny though, cause it feels like when you're at a party, you're trying to have a conversation.
Yeah. It feels exactly
And,
like
Yeah. And I was talking to Ricky, and we were talking about like doing something like that. Where I feel like I was supposed to say that. You know when you well, I'm not at that level yet though where it matters.
Oh, okay.
But you know when like rappers are like, yeah, I did it.
And they're
then
like,
they waiting for it to release, you
yeah,
know. So that idea, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but
okay.
Party interviews, you
Yeah.
know, interviews at parties. So.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of a thing.
Yeah, but like
it's like a
but
thing,
like the interview, you're like full on raving, you know. So you got the
I think about that one video, that white dude, and he's like, I think they edited it like different, but he's like, God is not real. Like he's like raving. He's like, God is not real. The essence of I think about that.
Oh,
yeah.
where he's like, the drinks are good.
Yeah.
The music is
something like
lit.
I don't know if we're thinking the same thing.
But you know what I'm saying. I'm talking about.
Yeah. I can't see if there's any more questions, but
what do I do? What I do?
Period.
It really just started in terms of like and there's like a really cringy video of me. I gotta forgive myself. I'm saying cringy, but like he was doing his best. But it's a video of me, like 17 or 18-year-old, and I'm like, Minneapolis is like the future, and it's like it's gonna be a cultural hub, and all these things. And so I can't really place when it sort of happened, but like I've carried this inkling or like this knowing of what Minneapolis will be, and that's been like a driving force. And I think another reason why I do the work that I do is like because of my like proximity and experience to like these beautiful long-term like relationships. So I've been fortunate enough to have, you know, friends from like middle school, kindergarten, like that I'm still really close with. And I think having this closeness inspired me to like create spaces that can help sort of bridge or facilitate that. And then I think like as I've continued to grow older, just recognizing certain things that I think are like missing or lacking or things that I've experienced that I want to sort of plant or propagate and sort of grow into the landscape. So that answers some of the question, right?
I don't I don't remember the question. I don't remember the full question. Why do you do what you do? Yeah. I think that answered the question. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shout out it's Jambridge.
Yeah, shout out Jambridge.
When is it? Yeah, you gotta give
Jambridge is September 2nd, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. This is an exclusive bit of information, you feel me? We having an after party, so everyone who is watching live, you get $5 off. $5 off the
Wait, do they do a code at
the after party? You just gotta.
There's a cost for the after party?
Yeah.
You charge for afters?
Nah, we never done. It's our first time.
Okay.
First time charging.
Capitalism.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, that's fair. You're not charging for the event.
Yeah,
so
we do
like
a lot
you
of
gotta
free.
make
You know what I'm
money.
saying?
So y'all niggas paying us. Okay.
Yeah. You know.
How much is the after?
15.
15. So they get 5. What do they say at the door?
I watched the live stream.
Okay. Yeah.
You gotta say I watched the live stream, or maybe take a screenshot of the live stream.
Okay.
Yeah, take a screenshot of the live stream, show it at the door. Fuck it, you get half off.
Okay. I mean,
if you got the screenshot, you get half off.
Half off. What is that? $7.50?
Yeah.
Okay. $7.50. Dang. So, are you want to talk about like what's happening at Jambridge, or you want to keep it like on the low?
I don't want to say too much about what's happening,
Yeah.
but I would say like our focus for this year, that's different from the other years. We're really focusing and exploring how can we tell story, and how does that story that we're telling have a sort of root or place in the different aspects of the programming? Because I feel like in the past it's been like, oh, music, then we have like an installation, and then we have like a concept that's happening through the media, the socials, but it rarely like comes all together. And so we're working to like really tell the story, but do it in a way where it's like you don't just hear it, but you feel it, you see it, and it's truly immersive. So.
Okay. Shit. Well.
Yeah.
You, any other events happening? You want to shout out?
Any other events?
Yeah.
Ah,
that you
damn.
wanna shout out?
I know you asked for some.
I did.
I didn't write any of.
Okay.
I sent them to you. I don't remember them on top. But
there's
there's
gay wrestling, lesbian wrestling. I don't know where that's at. Find the flyer somewhere, but lesbians wrestling. Like you have to be gay to go. Like don't like go to spectate, but yeah, you know. You said RN barbecue.
Yeah, the RN barbecue, R&B barbecue.
R&B.
Yeah, R&B barbecue.
Yeah.
This happened in September 16th.
SMS, Strangers Meeting Strangers, Love is Blind, September 9th, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It feels right.
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Shit. Can y'all turn the music back on?
Yeah.
So what you want?
I feel like there's some other things I left out about Jam Bridge.
Oh, okay.
So like I feel like I gotta give what's the plot to the story, you know?
Okay.
What's the
Yeah, that makes sense.
Real quick though. So Jam
like
Bridge.
We're like adventuring.
Yeah, we're walking through. You know how to do those things where they're like walking?
The fake running.
We should both do that. Where, like,
can you do it? You look like you
I don't know.
You're kind of, yeah. From this angle.
But so long story short, the story of Jam Bridge, it covers these 3 teams and this guide. The guy's name is okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So it covers 3 teams. They sort of carry different elements that we kind of learned from the Miami sort of drum and bass era, like mid 80s to early 90s. And these 3 teams, they sort of capture like that pioneer, like DIY energy and culture, and use their relationship to the technology in sort of this cross-pollination to create something that connects the soldiers globally. And that's like a reflection of, you know, what they did there in Miami during that time, like having their own pirate radio stations, like pulling up in the truck. You know, you drive down and rig up the little system, and now you could like communicate and exchange like all over. And I think that's beautiful, and I think that's something that we have to recognize. We have the capacity to do, but I think that like we have to also be audacious in like in the type of work that we're doing. I think sometimes we like don't realize how much we can actually do, especially when it comes to like, you know, communication, building, things of those nature. So, yeah.
Shout out Jam Bridge.
Yeah. I can see you thinking about me running stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it.
The whole time. I was trying so hard to listen.
Can you try to do it?
No, nah. Nah, wait. Because you look crazy doing that. Wait. You had like a little hip. You said.
Yeah, you gotta kind of like.
Wait, you had your leg.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's just kind of like, yeah, you just, you know, it's like you're doing a little, I feel like I'm kind of, yes, you know, but.
I don't think it's working for me. You practice though?
I mean, I used to dance. I was in a dance crew. A lot of people don't know that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like, what's your type of dance that you would do?
What type of dance?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it, throw some music.
Put on some music.
Man, I really get to. This Janet Jackson. I can't. I'm not that good. I can't dance to Janet Jackson.
You weren't about to dance. You're not about it.
Nah.
You're not about it.
Maybe next time.
Can you press the next button on my
If I dance, you gotta battle me though.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, fuck it. They gotta skip the Janet Jackson though.
We gotta skip the Janet Jackson. Oh no.
Isn't it just the button you click?
There's no button on the thing. Let's get it.
Well, you at least gotta turn up the Janet though. But I feel like I don't want to get up and dance, and then you don't dance. so you gotta like go at the same time. All right, we got. Maybe one of them, if possible.
Maybe that maybe that's the half off.
Yeah, the half off.
Show the screenshot of it. How old were you?
I mean, anywhere between like 13 and like 16.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say like 20. I was like,
hell
you
no.
were gonna. Okay.
Nah,
Okay. Yeah. You wanna like dance as an outro? Next episode.
I love Janet Jackson, but like
Janet Jackson, you gotta listen to there's this one album, Rock with I got 1 minute before they're about to kick me out.
This couch is actually a nice touch.
Right, I kind of like it. This album. You gotta listen to this one.
Yeah.
Next episode is what month is it? October 20 something. The third Sunday in October.
Third Sunday.
Yeah, third Sunday of October. Tune in on YouTube.
Can I do like a collab episode?
Yeah, you can, of course. I mean, it depends on what you're doing, but you know.
I wanna like you said, depending on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know how you were talking about skits, like
Oh yeah.
But I could just be like a soldier that helps make the skit happen.
Yeah. Okay. Philly.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Yeah, I didn't even gotta like leave the skit.
Not Philly.
I'll just be one of your soldiers.
Secret. Philly's in episode 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, this is me signing out. Thank you for watching.
I think I farted a little bit. but only like this much though.
I probably was talking too loud on the mic. Thank you so much for watching Dream Chambers episode. I'm saying 1.5, but it's 2. Y'all just didn't see episode 1. Thank you so much. Someone has to end the live. Yeah. And mute me.